Maybe trees on your table isn't your thing. Personally, I love a good snow person theme. Snow? Let me show you how to bring these sweet melters to your table. The materials you'll need are 1 cut of white fabric for the top, 1 cut of white fabric for the middle, 1 cut of white fabric for the bottom, 1 cut of fabric for the hat, 1 cut of fabric for the scarf, some fluff for stuffing, hot glue, white thread and a hand needle, marking tools, scrap of black felt or black paint, scrap of white fabric, a half cup of uncooked rice. First, fold the length of one section of the snow person in half, then mark both the top and bottom. Next, fold the ends toward the center marks, then mark the quarter lengths. Mark all 4 corners 1/2 inch from the ends. Make a 1/2 inch mark on both sides of each center and quarter mark, then draw a line 1/4 inch away from the end. In this step, your measurements will vary based on which section you are marking. You will mark the distance from the edge of the fabric to below the center quarter and 1/4 inch marks. 1 inch for the bottom, 3/4 inch for the middle, and a 1/2 inch for the top. At the end, draw a diagonal line from the 1/2 inch at the corner to the length mark on the 1/4 inch line, then pin together. You can draw the lines for the other darts as well, like in this diagram. Pin the ends right sides together, then pin each set of darts together. For the darts, the 1/2 inch marks will meet right sides together with the mark for the center or quarter in the middle away from the pins. When you're done, you'll have 3 darts on each side of the fabric. At the ends, sew along the diagonal to the 1/4 inch line, then all the way down to the opposite diagonal, then along that line to sew the entire seam. Sew each dart starting at the edge, working at a diagonal toward the middle mark, sewing off the edge of the dart at a slight curve. Repeat these steps for all 3 sections. With your hand needle and thread, add a row of basting stitches 1/8 inch away from the bottom edge. Baste all the way around, pulling tight as you go. When you get back to the beginning, tie off and knot the thread. This will close the bottom edge. Turn your section right sides out with the closed end on the inside. Grab some stuffing and insert into your snow person. Repeat the same basting method for the top opening. Before tying off the thread, sew single stitches back and forth crisscrossing so you get a nice tight closing. Before closing the bottom section, you need to create a pouch for the rice. Fold the scrap of white in half and sew 2 sides together. Turn the scrap right sides out and fill with rice. When your pouch is full, stitch the opening closed. Now you can insert the rice pouch into the bottom section. Then stuff the bottom a little more densely than the middle and top. And baste your opening closed. When you make the face, you can either cut out little pieces of felt or paint it on. I went with a kawaii smile and felt, but I can't wait to see what faces you come up with. If you're using felt, add a little hot glue to the back and put them in place. To assemble your snow person, start with the bottom section and add a glob of hot glue to the top center. With the middle section, line up the seams at the back and place in the glue. Add a little glue around the joint edges for extra security. Repeat this step to add the top section. Fold the scarf fabric in half, then cut strips into the ends about 3 inches long and 1/3 inch wide. Add a little glue to the back of the top, then position the scarf. Tie the front of the scarf, pulling one end over the top, and adjust until you love the look. Add a little glue under the scarf to keep it in place. Fold the hat fabric in half, then sew 1/4 inch seam allowance. Turn right sides out, fold one end up 1/2 inch and zigzag stitch around. Fold up again so that the zigzag stitches are hidden inside the hat. Add a little glue to the inside rim of the folded end. Add a circle of glue to the snow person's head. Line the seam up with the seam on the back and position the hat on the head. Using a scrap of the hat fabric, tie as close to the head as possible. Now cut strips into the top edge of the hat down to the tie. And they don't even melt and make a mess. Give me a thumbs up if you think that's pretty awesome. Now stick around, because I think it's time we got some of that gift giving in for the 12 days of holiday sewing. See you in the next video. Drop down to the link in the comments to sign up for my newsletter so you don't miss any more tutorials.